Hello everyone, this is Noelle, the player of Vivian Heatherton, the half-elf cleric. I just wanted to thank you so much for listening to the show. We have been watching the number of listeners steadily climb over the past couple of weeks, and the feeling of seeing that is just incredible. Thank you guys so much. It is so cool. I'm saying so much. I'm just that excited. It is really amazing seeing people actually be interested and come back week after week to listen to us. So thank you so much. We'd love to hear from you. Please feel free to email us at any of our accounts, which are all available on the website. And I want to give again a huge thank you to the Midnight Syndicate boys. They're who we get our awesome music from. You can check them out at midnightsyndicate.com. And for all the other sort of ambient sounds, we use Sword Coast Soundscapes. You can look at his stuff at youtube.com/swordcoastsoundscapes. If you're really enjoying the show, please continue to share it with all your friends, families, neighbors, anyone, your cat. If they can figure out how to work the computer, that's cool. If you have a moment, please feel free to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. This is one of the ways that we can grow our audience and more people can see us and more people can get in on the crazy fun that's happening on this show. Once again, I just can't say how excited I am, and thank you all so much for listening. It's super cool, and I hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy this episode. Bye!
Hey guys, so I have a question. Mm-hmm. So what's alignment? What does it mean? What does it do?
Like on your car?
Like on your car? So
it's when your tires are in line and you can drive straight. It doesn't veer to the side.
So drive and let go of the steering wheel, and if you keep going straight, your car's in alignment.
So
Did that answer your question?
No, because their skill's out of alignment then.
Well, we could have told you that.
So is Dwarfy.
Dwarfy has been way out of alignment for a long time.
Dwarfy has a drinking, but he should be driving. So yeah, no. The reason I ask is just because there's 9, right? There's 9 different things that you can be. Mm-hmm. I know that you're lawful good, Richard. Mm-hmm. What is Zenobia?
Neutral good.
Neutral good. I bet you're lawful good or neutral good.
Neutral good.
Neutral good. So what's the benefit of being neutral? Because I'm neutral good too, but I don't think their skill is really neutral good.
The thing with neutral,
what do you think he is?
He is chaotic good.
Yeah, that would be where I'd categorize him.
That's very fitting.
I'm going to change it to chaotic good, but if I could, I would change it to like chaotic silly.
Well, chaotic is usually synonymous with silly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, no, definitely their skill is chaotic silly.
Because chaotic means there's no strict code. There's no
how's that different from neutral?
Yeah, exactly.
Neutral.
That's why I have problems with it.
Neutral means there's occasionally sometimes where you'll follow a certain path. You're not stuck to that path. Like a lawful good character, like a paladin, they always have their strict code that they follow. Like they may never kill. Whereas a neutral good, they'll try to follow that path. But then if they stray from it, they don't feel so bad about it.
The way I understood it,
and mercenary.
The way I understand it is lawful good is you follow a code set by something else, either your god or society or something like that.
Yeah, think of
neutral good is your own code. So, what were you going to say, Richard?
So, yeah, think of tradition and societal expectations, and if you're lawful, it's like, well, these things are there for a reason. The society's been going on for so long with these rules in place, so obviously they work. Otherwise, the society would have ended.
And neutral good's more, I've got a moral code, but it's my own moral code. And then chaotic is I think more freewheeling. You don't really know what you're doing. You're just flying by the seat of your pants.
All right. So their skill is going to be chaotic silly. I'm going to change you. You're going to be lawful nerdy.
That's fitting.
And then Zenobia is going to be neutral scary. And then Vivian is going to be
lawful sexy.
I was going to say pretty. I wasn't going to say sexy.
Okay.
So it's funny you bring that up because a couple of weeks ago in another conversation,
sexy evil.
I'm not evil though. In another conversation, we were talking about alignments, and I came across one of those 9 square pictures, and it's all of the Marvel men. And so, like, Groot is chaotic cute.
He is chaotic cute.
And like Black Panther, he's true pretty. I agree. I agree with these alignments. Mm-hmm. It's hot, pretty cute are the levels.
Pretty cute. And is it still good, evil, and
lawful, neutral, chaotic?
Oh, lawful, okay.
So Captain America's lawful pretty.
He is lawful
pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it's a good
so where's
system.
Thor fall into that?
Lawful hot.
Okay.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Loki's chaotic pretty. I guess we'll go through the
I
whole
would
thing
have
now.
went through him evil. Oh, I guess there's no evil.
There's no evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'll finish out Spider-Man's lawful cute and Paul Rudd, Ant-Man's neutral cute. And then it's 2 Black Panther characters, and I'm not sure who their names are because I haven't seen that movie yet. But Michael B. Jordan's chaotic hot, which I totally agree with. And then some other guy from Black Panther's neutral hot.
Is it Black Panther?
No, Black Panther's true pretty.
Is it
Oh,
M'Baku?
it's M'Baku.
So anyway, I saved this because it made me happy thinking about how hot and pretty and cute all these are.
I think we're passing over a really important point, though, and I don't think we've ever discussed this before. All of the characters in the party are good.
Mm.
This is true.
We're all good aligned, so
Mhm.
that's interesting.
Do you think that's normal, or do you think there's normally more neutrals in a...
There's normally 1 or 2 neutrals peppered in there, but
Maybe an evil. Like
You
Most games
really
don't have evil.
yeah, you
Most
really
games
need to
don't.
get that. You really need to get that approved by your GM.
It really ruins the game if one person's trying to murder everyone. Wow.
Yeah,
This is true.
yeah. Tip out there for anybody like. If you really want to play an evil character, you have to write them in such a way that they will not be a roadblock or a hindrance to the rest of the party progressing through the story. You know, and you've heard other cases of it being done, and it can be done, but it needs to be a really experienced player who's very conscious of how to play an evil character without hindering the rest of the group. Because, you know, you may think it's a good story, but it just makes everyone else frustrated because the story is not progressing.
Like I've played a lawful evil character in a campaign
Ran by me.
ran by Richard, where my character was from another plane. He was learning about the rules of this plane, and he was
Trying to take everyone's heads.
trying to take everyone's heads, basically, and the party was trying to tell him no, he couldn't do that. But he wanted to learn more so he could dominate the planet, but he didn't want to just take over right away because he didn't know how it worked. So he took the time to learn it and was able to fit in with the party to do so.
Did
Yeah,
he-
exactly.
Did he ever take over the planet?
No, but he's basically on his way to becoming a god.
Ah.
He is a king.
He is a king.
No.
In his mind, at least.
No, Gary was gone for a week, and during that time I played his character, and he abdicated the throne. So it
But-
all worked out.
But he went back and took it back.
Nope, we never recorded that.
Well, that's a different game. We're not talking about that game.
And his next goal is to take the test of the Starstone. Speaking of evil, or maybe not, you guys were about to face a animated straitjacket.
I can't think of a straight jacket being good aligned.
I said evil, but does a straitjacket really have an alignment?
Yes.
It does if it's haunted.
Clothes definitely have alignments.
Yes,
like
they do.
heels are evil.
Speaking of which,
Yes.
This is the 3rd episode,
Girdles, evil.
almost in a row, where we're beginning by fighting an inanimate object that's trying to kill us.
You think a piano's going to get us next week?
Yes.
Ooh.
Like
oh, no, like a cartoon that's
Who
gonna hit us in
framed
the head?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Somebody get an umbrella.
Well, there's 2 kinds. There's either the one that falls from the ceiling, which, I don't think those ceilings are that high, so that's less likely. Or there's the one where it opens up and tries to bite you
Oh,
Yeah.
mimic.
and chases you around.
Or there's the one that
Mimic
falls
piano.
through the floor
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you're trying to play it. But now I want to sing the Aristocats.
Stop it.
No. This is not the musical episode. We already did that.
We already had that gag.
We can do one each season. I'm just
We're
saying.
in season
This
1
is still
right
season
now.
1.
Okay. When's the finale?
So the point
just want-
is,
I just
End of
wanna
book
s-
1.
I just wanna
That's
sing
the
more.
season.
so the point is that there are a lot of angry inanimate objects in this prison.
Yeah, so that brings up an interesting point about the possession power, and I wonder if specific objects are more prone to possession than others, or if it's the energy of the person that.
That was last wearing it.
Yeah.
I think it's all 3 of these items are very closely tied to either death or pain. So it's the shackles, the scythe, and the straitjacket. So I don't think a toothbrush gets
You know,
haunted.
it's interesting.
What if it's a shiv?
Well, you know, it's interesting. What?
I think that's
A
more. I
shiv.
think that's,
A shank.
Oh, I thought you said a ship.
but that's less ceremonious. though. That's more to the point.
No.
True.
Little
Literally.
babas.
think, well, here's something interesting, that all of these are items that were used on prisoners.
Oh, that's very true.
Like it's not a shiv. It's not something that a prisoner would use. It's something that's used against a prisoner.
I think the other thing is, this isn't a citadel. This isn't, it's not a castle. So we're not looking at dead soldiers. We're not going to have, we're not going to have animated weapons because there weren't any.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was what the
That's
guards were
tricky.
using.
There were a limited number of them in the building, and that, what do they have available to haunt that was
Yeah.
left after the fire?
That's a valid point too.
Yeah, it's not like they had an army. It's not like they had.
My point, there wasn't an armory. There was, or there might actually be an armory.
Is there an armory?
But it might not be in the building.
Can't tell you
It
that.
might be like
Yes. Might be in a.
It's like, hey, prisoners, when you break out, raid this room first.
This is the room to go to. Yeah.
Here's an interesting point, though, and I guess we can research it after we finish this fight with this straitjacket.
I'm pretty sure the straitjacket is going to kill us.
No, I'm being optimistic. We'll be fine, but I have no reason to be. But I'm going to pretend to be. But I think this is the first haunted object we've come across where it's like, was there someone that was trapped in a straitjacket in this random secret laundry room?
I don't understand the point you're making.
Are there bones?
Yeah,
did somebody die in it?
Yeah.
Exactly. Is there a reason that straitjacket is why that straitjacket?
Yeah,
why not that other one or those socks or that underwear?
Exactly.
Well, I think you could ask the same question about the shackles.
But that's what I'm saying, is someone died in those shackles. Like, they died while they were hooked in those shackles.
Well, so my point is, this is the second time that's been a concern, not the first.
Well, I don't think any of that, it doesn't matter to us because we're here to do something else. We're here to save Soriana.
That's true. This is very meta. We're just kind of philosophizing about haunted prison theory.
We don't see any skeleton associated with this. We just see the clothing.
Yeah.
So.
We're really excited about this game, and we're really good at overthinking it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're really good at it.
Isn't that the point of the game?
Yes.
Okay.
Overthinking 101.
I believe we were leaving at initiative.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Time to roll for
Everybody.
Am I still playing Dwarfy?
It's the same day.
It is the same day.
All right, yeah, so you're still Dorothy.
All right, same day. So Dwarfy will still be played by Philip.
19. 16 plus 3.
19 for Zenobia.
Roderick got a 15.
15 for Roderick. All right,
Not
Vivian.
to be confused with
18.
his brother,
18.
Broderick.
Thurskill.
Thurskill got 8.
And Dwarfy.
Dwarfy got 3.
Thurskill and Dwarfy were not ready for a straitjacket to come leaping at them.
I mean, who would be?
Zenobia, apparently.
Zenobia is ready.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. Well,
Does Zenobia go first? Does the straitjacket go first?
Zenobia will go first when we go into official rounds, but as I left off last episode, it was reaching out in a surprise round to smack you.
Just like flailing empty arms, or is it trying to
Hit me
lock
with
her
a
in
buckle.
it?
Remember, it's got metal bits.
I kind of
Bitch slap you.
50-year-old metal bits.
I'm kind of reminded of like the magic rug from Aladdin when it had the tassels that would just kind of hit at you.
Okay, yeah.
Putting them at the boxing.
I was thinking about like the weasel from Roger Rabbit,
That too.
but invisible.
Oh, yeah.
I also want to point out that every single inanimate object that we fought has gotten a surprise round. You'd think we'd be ready for this by now.
Right.
You would.
Philip's
I
ready.
have made this point before, and
actually,
I have lost.
Thurskill's ready for it. He's unflappable.
That's
Yep.
true.
That's
Can't be
right.
caught flat-footed.
He's learned his lesson.
No, he leveled up.
That was the lesson I learned.
In character.
Anyway, this straitjacket swings with one of the arms of the straitjacket at Zenobia, and that would be a 23 to hit.
What the fuck?
Actually, it's a 24.
Does that hit, Mommy?
Yes.
All right.
Fucking piece of clothing.
It's because-
this is against flat foot, right?
No, this is
Yeah.
well, technically it
still
is,
hits,
but
it still hits above my armor class.
I mean, it makes sense because Zenobia doesn't know fashion.
You know, a straitjacket really cannot be classified as fashion.
I'm just
sorry.
saying, I think
Gets a +2 circumstance bonus against the unfashionable.
Heidi Klum could make it work.
I'm not defined as unfashionable anywhere on this list.
Is that drawback she took?
Project Runway joke there. Make it work.
Oh,
Good work.
no.
That was, and anyway,
Not that
that wouldn't have been Heidi. That would have been
Tim Gunn.
Tim Gunn.
But it was a good connection.
it was a good connection.
That
and
is.
I wasn't clever enough to make it. Good job,
Yeah.
Gary.
Try it
Uh-huh.
again. We can do it again.
I'm letting my gay show. Anyway, as Zenobia, that is 8 points of damage as it slaps you.
Ow, this
With
is
the
a
buckle?
serious object.
And because it did hit, it gets a free attempt to grab.
I saw that coming.
That's not going to work. That is a 6.
I don't think that would grab anything.
It might grab something.
It wouldn't even grab. It wouldn't even grab Roderick.
All right. So it slaps Zenobia across the face with the buckle, but she gets a chance to respond because it is Zenobia's turn.
That could only grapple a creature with 1 strength and 1 dex.
So a vegetable.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to just, as usual, I believe as we left last, I was holding my flail as for always. So I'm going to flail it.
Give it a good smack.
Give it a good smack. I can't study it, can I?
Yes, you can.
Yep.
Because you have not moved.
But I'm studying it while it's hitting me. And I hit with a natural 20.
Oh my goodness, we're
nice.
starting out with a bang.
Flail, and that's double damage
Well, you got to confirm.
You got to confirm it.
with a 16.
Natural
That'll
16.
That's a natural 16, which would be a 21.
That's a
Very
definite
nice.
confirmed crit.
Wow.
Good job. She's so good.
So you went and made her mad.
Mad.
She does not appreciate getting hit.
Numbing blow, normal damage, and 1d4 dex damage. Does this thing have dex? It doesn't have dex, right?
It does have dex, but I would say you're probably better off taking the double damage instead of doing the crit
And
card.
target is disarmed.
Because it's a straight jacket.
Just arms.
Did the arms fall off the straight jacket? You're not holding to the card, Gary.
So since that card doesn't really apply, I would say just take the double damage
So
that you normally do.
that is 2d8.
And then double your bonuses as well.
Yeah, hang on a second. 2d8. So that's 4 plus 4, 8, plus 2, 10. 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage.
Very nice. Did it have any effect?
How much of that went through?
In fact, all of that went through.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
That's new.
Do you know, it'd be so cool if we had like a fire sorcerer right now? Just some burning hands on that piece of fabric.
I wonder if it would burn.
That's just my
Didn't
fantasy.
burn in the first fire.
That's true.
So it took 10 points of damage anyway.
It took 10 points of damage.
Yay!
Yeah.
All right. Next up is
Don't mess with Zenobia. That's just what it comes down to,
Right.
man.
She has just been a machine this whole adventure.
Vivian.
This is my yob.
I was so excited.
Knowledge?
Yeah, knowledge. I totally lost it.
I'm sorry for playing your character for you.
Yeah, shut up, Richard. You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna roll a 24 knowledge check.
What kind of knowledge?
Religion. No, it's a check to figure out which knowledge I should roll. No, knowledge religion.
You don't really know anything about it.
Knowledge.
24?
Knowledge.
24.
Tailor.
Profession Taylor.
Show me your character sheet where you have that.
I have made it clear that Vivian knows fashion, so
That is true.
This
It's in her backstory.
This was definitely like from 5 seasons ago.
Oh.
The
Wow.
horror.
That's very fashion
50
forward
seasons.
for 50 years ago.
The horror. It's so out of style.
No, I'm just saying.
45 years ahead of its time.
I'm just saying the fashion in this area is so slow to catch up that it's.
I gotcha.
We didn't get the joke.
So she's going to stab at it with her glaive.
You slash at it, not stab.
I'm gonna stab at it and
With the
in doing so-
little pointy bit just poking at it.
Poke it.
Yep.
Just get back.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay. Stop it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I'm going to slash at it with my glaive, and that is a 18.
Oh, wow.
18 will hit.
Nice.
That was really unexpected.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, no, it hits. So now I have to do damage. I don't hit a lot, and it always. I'm just like, what am I doing?
And just for visual reference, Vivian is behind Zenobia, but she has a reach weapon, so she can reach past
Yeah,
to slash at it.
I'm just poking through Zenobia and Fairskell to get to this
And this is
floating,
why we practice.
floating straitjacket that in tight spaces because we are in a confined room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I'm doing well. That's a natural 9 and 4-9 because I don't have any bonuses.
All right, so
Still good damage.
9 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right. The jacket is still floating,
Is it looking more shredded?
Yeah, is it tattered?
and it's got a couple of cuts in it now.
It's got a big cut. It's got a 9-point cut in it.
All right, Roderick, you're up next.
All right, so Roderick is going to roll Knowledge Arcana.
How can this jacket have more hit points than me?
Right?
That is a 19 Knowledge Arcana.
Knowledge Arcana. This is definitely a construct.
Oh.
With that, you would know it's really easy to hit because it doesn't have any armor.
No hardness either.
No hardness. It is a very hardy straitjacket, so it has lots of hit points.
I was guessing that 19 didn't seem to hurt it too much yet.
Right. It gets 2 slam attacks for each of the arms. When it hits, it does get a chance to grab and constrict.
Ooh. Oh, that makes
constrict,
perfect sense
too.
because it's a straitjacket. So it makes sense that it has more hit points than you because it's made out of that really sturdy canvas rather than skin, you know? Like, have you ever tried to cut through that kind of canvas?
You have to hold it really taut.
It's balancing itself out without doesn't have hardness, but it has more hit points, so it's a little bit more durable.
And these are the more fun monsters. I like higher hit points, easier to hit than harder to hit, and few hit points.
It is supposed to hold crazy people in, so
This
it
is
makes
true.
sense that it would be strong.
This is true. And this animated straitjacket.
Zenobia does not understand fabric that is stronger than her. It's all very baffling.
All right, so
She's never gotten caught in a dress in the dressing room.
It's true. Oh, the horror.
That's for all my ladies fans out there, ladies listeners out there.
Everybody knows the panic. It's like, oh no.
I'm going to be stuck in this dressing room forever. They will find me dead and constricted.
all right, so Roderick is going to do the same as before. He's a 5-foot step away, so he's going to cast
Brains.
Oh, brains.
On himself or someone else?
He's going to cast Brand for his spell Combat and take a 5-foot step forward and use spell Strike and deliver 2 attacks at this thing. The first attack, and he's using his rapier. He's using his rapier since he lent his warhammer to Dwarfy.
Okay.
So he's putting Brand because he's trying to steal this style for his own.
Yes.
First attack is a 15 total.
That'll hit.
All right, and I'll roll the second attack before I roll damage for the first.
Okay.
14 total for the second attack.
That'll also hit.
All right, so it's going to be slightly lower damage dice. So the first attack does 8 points of damage,
Okay.
and the second attack does 9 points of damage.
Still standing.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Okay, even
Just barely.
though it's still standing, it's really freaking me out that we're all rolling well. I'm not used to this.
Oh, I haven't rolled yet.
Give Philip a chance. But yeah, and as he's stabbing at it with his rapier, he's also branding a symbol into it, as he did with the spiders.
What symbol is he branding into it?
Torag again, he's not very creative.
You don't. I thought it was like Arcane Mark. You don't get to change the symbol. Thought it was just like your symbol, your sigil.
Well, his sigil is Torek.
Torek.
No, but I thought like he couldn't change it to a penis one day and
Oh, yeah,
Torag
no, he
another.
should totally.
Like Magic Missile?
Yes.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll look it up.
For flavor's sake, you can change it.
Yay. I mean, that's a really silly, arbitrary
So-
restriction.
You know, you can give that to him, but he is not going to change it.
It's true.
I know.
Both Richard and Roderick will never change it.
It's going to be the same thing forever.
It's going to be like an R/ instead of the...
Like Zoro.
Yeah.
I got you. I saw what you were doing with your hands.
Anyway,
Really
so
hard.
the
It's
first-
really hard to do an R.
The first one is up, and then it's...
This is really good for our listening audience.
it
That was
is.
for you, that wasn't for the audience.
Oh, okay.
We will draw what we mean by this, and no, just kidding.
Just do it on mic.
Let's
you
play
know.
charades with the audience.
Right. All right. Next up is Thurskell.
All right, Thurskell is going to... I mean, he has his hammer. He always has his hammer. It's always in his hand.
Is it always hammer time?
If he had a hand.
So he steps up beside Zenobia.
So he takes a 5-foot step.
It's getting really
Size
crowded in my little
Zenobia.
5-foot space.
It is. It's a prison. There's not a whole lot of room. And he swings, and he gets a natural 1.
He called it. He so
Good
called
job.
it.
Good job, Thurskell.
All right, so rolling to confirm. 18,
18, so not a confirm,
but it's a miss.
but it is a miss.
All right,
Well, here's the good news, Philip. You got another chance with Dwarfy.
it's true.
But it's the Straitjacket's turn next.
Ooh, Dwarf.
Right after Dwarfy.
No.
Why Dwarfy never went?
Right.
It was the surprise round.
Surprise round for the Straitjacket.
The straight
Well,
jacket
then how
rolled
come everybody else
higher.
went?
Because the straight jacket rolled higher than Dwarfy.
Yeah.
But lower than everyone else.
But lower than everybody else.
I don't get it, but
So-
let's go.
Dwarfy's
Surprise round was just the Straitjacket.
Uh-huh.
Then we started top of the round
Uh-huh.
with Zenobia.
Gotcha. Never mind. I got it now. Thank you.
So now Straitjacket. This time he's going to reach out and let's see who all's
Touch
around
me.
him.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Everybody is all around it.
Everybody.
Not me.
No,
Not me. Or
Yes.
Dwarfy.
Yeah.
Oh no, Dwarfy he could hit.
So it's
They can hit
Thurskell,
everyone except Vivian.
Haha.
Yes.
Just how I like it.
Thurskell, Zenobia, Dwarfy, and
There's
Roderick?
Thurskell, Zenobia, and Roderick.
okay, just those three.
No, Dwarfy's there too.
Dwarfy's available too. So everyone
Alright.
except Vivian
Sounds like a
available
D4 to
be
me.
hit.
So I'll roll a d4.
1 is Thurskell, 2 is Zenobia, 3 is Dwarfy, 4 is Roderick. From the way they are lined up in front of the straitjacket.
I have a 3.
Oh, that's Dwarfy.
All right, first attack is going to be a 17.
That meets
What?
his armor class.
So that's a hit.
That is a hit.
On the nose.
And then I'll roll the second attack as well. That's a 23.
Wow.
All right, so damage-wise to start with, from just the slams, 9 points of damage from the slams. So on the second attack that hit, the straitjacket is going to try to grab 10.
No! Hooray!
I'm rolling really low on those grab checks.
You're rolling really high on the hits, though.
Yes. Now Dwarfy can go.
He is going to swing his borrowed hammer. And he... Oh, that's going to hit, definitely. 16.
That'll hit.
Yay.
Go, Dwarfy, go.
And that is going to be
Go, Dwarfy. Go, Dwarfy. Go.
That's what I was thinking.
2 points of damage.
2 points is enough to flatten this straitjacket.
Oh, wow.
He pressed it.
He pressed it.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, this
It's nice
monster
and
was
neat.
fun. This fight was fun.
Yeah, it was a good
Yeah.
warm-up monster.
Yeah.
I got 9 points of damage, thank you.
Although Dwarfy is below half.
Oh, wow.
Roderick, have you taken any damage this whole encounter?
Roderick
Or
took none.
not just this encounter, but this. How are you on hit points? That's really my question.
Roderick has been unharmed because he is following his word and staying behind.
Yeah, and
Okay.
Thurskill is unharmed. Dwarfy is below half. Where is Zenobia?
Down a third.
Okay, well, y'all can suck it up. No, I'm just kidding.
Dwarfy has healing too, don't forget.
That's true. I've got fervors.
Let him heal himself.
Yeah, it's 1d6
Cleric, heal
per use.
thyself.
And he has 4 uses a day, I think.
Okay, so, well, what was he going to use? Is Fervor different than channeling?
Fervor is just on yourself.
Yeah, it's just- yeah.
Touch something.
It's just like channeling, but it's only one target. It's not a group.
Gotcha. Didn't we get a wand somewhere? Oh, here it
did.
is.
You've got it.
Here it is. I found
Yeah,
it.
you do have the Wand of Cure Light
I
Wounds.
found it.
And it has 15 charges, so we can start using those.
Yeah, it would be better to use those right now, don't you think?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I was contemplating. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't find where my wand was listed on my sheet. Found it. All right. Oh, Zenobia, thank you for taking that damage. Come here.
Ouchies.
3 points of healing. And... Oh, 6 points. So, I think that got you...
Hang on. Yes, that takes me. I'm back up to full strength. Thank you.
That's great. So now we are down to 13 charges on the wand. Did Dwarfy heal himself?
He didn't. He thought you were going to channel, so he didn't do anything. But he can...
It would be better to use the wand.
Okay. So, Dwarfy, come here. 6 points of healing? Is that what he took?
6 points of
Oh, no, he
healing.
took more than that.
Yeah, he is now down 5 points.
And now he is healed 5 points.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Exact.
Well, it was actually 6 points, but, you know.
Yeah.
That extra one was just like a little sprinkle of love from Vivian.
Thanks.
Yeah, this
Thanks,
way.
Vivian.
It's a nice little cooling mist.
Yeah, this way y'all are saving your Cure Light Wounds and Fervors for damaging undead.
Right. Wait, but he has to touch it, right?
Yeah.
Reach out and touch me. You. Your own personal zombie. Brr, 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 brr. Okay.
So Art of Combat.
I'm just in a singing musical mood.
Yeah, get that
Vivian.
in check.
Well, you know what? Her goddess is into singing. It's kind of her thing, so it makes sense. I'm just in character, okay?
Yeah.
Don't question my artistic vision.
Keep making excuses.
Was it?
Project rolled a 13 perception on the room.
What'd you say
Oh, yeah,
earlier?
we're rolling perception.
Play what you know.
This is true.
Perception on the room. I can't see anything.
Worse than Broderick's.
16.
Nothing exciting in the room.
Yeah.
We can just move on.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I want to. We need to go back and get the
Shackles.
shackles.
And you want to pack the straight
I
jacket.
want to pack the straitjacket.
To sell him.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
We're going to take the shackles. We're going to take the straitjacket. There was something else.
No, I think that was it.
Have we vanquished anything else? No.
Now, the only other thing that we've got that from, like, ghosty stuff is the religious symbols, but we have to hold on to them.
No, those are
Yeah.
those are separate issue. But I'm going to roll up the straitjacket because we're going to try and sell everything that we can.
Bankrupt this haunted museum.
For somebody who doesn't care about money, Zenobia is really thrifty.
She's really well. That's why. But that's it, right? Like, you know, what do they say? Like, millionaires never
They never buy new cars.
never buy new cars.
They never buy anybody else lunch either.
By the way, speaking of those holy symbols, Roderick still has those, correct?
Yes.
All right. Roderick, go ahead and write down for yourself
Oh no.
a +2 bonus against any attacks from a haunt.
Ooh.
Oh, that's worth noting. I'm gonna write
Like
that
to
in my-
AC.
+2 bonus to AC and saving throws from haunts.
Oh, that's so cool. Give me those. I'm the religious figure. I want them. I'm such a sucker for things like that. I just think they're so fun.
And here I thought it was going to be dumb. Like, oh, Roderick's feeling bad that all these desiccated holy symbols are just laying on the floor with this crushed skeleton. He's like, this isn't right. So he picks them all up. And now he's getting rewarded for it.
That's
Yeah.
what's called good roleplay, Richard.
Yes.
Ta-da!
Hero card?
No.
All right, so what's up with this door?
Which door?
The one out back to the hallway.
It's open.
No, so there's nothing
already
up with
open.
it.
Is it,
Yeah.
It's
So
a door.
the secret
locked
door literally had no purpose.
Not really.
It led us to a room.
Just a short.
Yeah, I think it's a shortcut to get to
It wasn't
the
a secret.
between the
Yeah.
foots. That's not. I was trying to say food and then foots. I meant clothes. That's not the same.
Food and foots do not make clothes.
No, also, don't ever mix those. That's just gross.
Some people are into that, Philip.
But what about wine?
What?
Wine.
Oh, wine.
Food and foots?
That's
It's very remote from the time
Also,
it's
it's-
wine, though.
yeah. It's also like it has alcohol, so it kills the germs.
Oh,
There's
okay.
a lot of fermentation that occurs in between.
But that's a decent time of mixing those two.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Just pretend that
That's
it
what
was all.
adds to the flavor.
Just pretend that it was all squished by really beautiful Italian men and women.
Or Lucille Ball.
I was going to say, or Lucille
Or
Ball.
Lucille
That's
Ball,
exactly
yeah.
what I was going to say.
That's where my brain went, but I'm glad you made the joke.
Before we leave the room, I am pouring some holy water on my flail.
It only lasts around.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it yet.
A round and a half.
I'm sorry, I keep walking into rooms and getting hit by stuff and not being ready. And then the combat's over before I can
Well,
do it.
you already have the doodad out, so
She can do whatever she wants, but I wouldn't because it's a hallway.
yeah,
Well, then I'm going to walk with the holy water.
that's what I would do.
Yeah. And then if you want to do that before you go into the room, then you can do it then. And that way it saves the rounds.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll wait the 2 seconds there.
So we walk back out in the hallway, and we're immediately accosted.
Back out into the hallway, and you come to that
And if I had been ready, it would have been
Okay.
come to a T intersection there. You have, you're facing, at this point, even though there's no facing in Pathfinder, you're facing the east. To the north, you have a small room up there, or you have a door. To the north, you have a door up there. To the south, you have the hallway you've already been to, and then you have the Superman-shaped room and the chapel. And then straight in front of you, you have another door.
Gary's given away that there's a room behind one of those doors.
I was under the assumption that half of the doors led to an abyss.
They could here. You never know.
So we've walked our way around the Superman, and now we're in Superman's top right corner.
So if we've already killed Father Charlatan, I'm super curious what's in the chapel.
Oh, we were already in the
We were
chapel.
already in the
That
chapel.
was the spiders and the Wanda Killer ones.
This isn't.
No, this
That's
Oh,
not
that's the chapel.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is just a room.
yeah. There's a room to our left, and then more straight ahead.
So since I like our tactic of going, working the perimeter.
Yes.
Well, and I also wanted to point out the strategy of clearing things out as we moved along, so that way we know everything behind us is cleared. Not only did we talk about things coming in behind us, but I also thought of something else recently. I was thinking about fear. If you get panicked and you start running away, if you're running back and we haven't cleared everything behind us,
Yeah.
you could run into something that we haven't even opened yet and start a whole other set of problems. But if we've cleared everything behind us, then you're just running back over terrain we've already covered.
Yeah.
Unless things respawn.
That's true.
Well,
You know what, Gary?
Well, you know what? If they respawn, it'll be exactly where we are because we're carrying all the haunted objects with us. So we're fine. We're fine.
Zenobia's backpack starts moving.
Got it tied down really tight.
So I think we should go in this lone room before the hallway that leads to, it looks like just the other whole half of the
Like
prison.
this walk-in closet right here.
Yeah, and geographically, this is immediately underneath the tower that extended
That's what I
up
was
to the
thinking.
third
It's probably a
floor.
staircase, is my guess. Gary
Alright.
hinted it's a room.
Was this the one with the sturge or the...
Yes.
It's that same
the side.
area, but this is the sturge.
Okay.
I imagine it looking like a chimney or something for some reason.
I see like a
Imaginations are weird.
Tower.
spiral staircase, like exactly a tower.
Well, you open the door, you look inside, you see a bathroom.
Oh.
So this is where you said almost every room had something.
Oh,
Yeah.
but
No, it has something in it. There's
But this
definitely
is-
something in there.
But this makes sense because this is what leads out to the gross poop area
poop
outside.
The cesspit outside.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. So
Hey, Dwarfy.
yeah.
No.
I dare you to stick your hand in
Dwarfy.
it.
No.
Stick your hand
No.
in it. Do
Dwarfy,
it. It's
No.
probably treasure.
No.
Dwarfy, I dropped something in there.
Well, then you should go get it.
Could you help me?
No.
It's not even Vivian who would do that. It's just
All right, so Ms. Vivian, do you think a detect magic? I mean, even though it's
There's
disgusting.
nothing there. I'll just tell you.
Okay.
what are we looking for? Magic Mr. Hankies or something?
Don't waste the time.
Well, clearly there's nothing in the room of poop, so let's close this and move on.
Howdy ho.
Heidi ho, indeed.
Worst character ever.
no, that's Tally.
I got
Tally
confused
is
with Tally.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Tally is the worst.
So, you open the door, you see a bathroom.
No, hold on. Before we leave, so we're at the bathroom. Vivian's like, well, does anyone need to go before we continue adventuring?
Hold it.
I should probably go. I've been drinking a lot.
Yeah. But you broke the seal,
Broke the
didn't ya?
seal.
We leave Dwarfy to it. He
Be-
poops in the poop room.
Be
No.
just a moment.
No. Do you remember the scene in
Vivian.
Austin Powers when he first woke up?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
That's what I imagine.
Have you guys ever been in a porta potty in the summer?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Well, I imagine.
Probably what this is.
I walk by a construction site every single day.
Well,
The porta potty's right by my path.
and we're not just talking summer. We're talking Texas summer.
I know. When the
Ew.
humidity's 90% and it's 103 degrees outside.
Really glad we're going into detail on this. I take
We're
blame.
discussing the weather.
I take blame. Anyway, while Dwarfy's doing his business, Vivian's humming so that no noise can
Can't
be
hear
heard.
Well, he goes in. He closes the door. There's no light in here,
Well, he's a dwarf.
Splits
He's
the
got dark
party.
vision.
but he's still like, hey guys, it's really dark in here.
Dwarfy, can't you see in the dark?
Oh yeah.
Were you trying to...
Open your eyes.
Oh, hey, there it is.
No one wants to come and see your Johnson Dwarfy. Let's get on with it.
Were you trying to get one of us to look at you go to the restroom?
Shh.
Was that the pee sound?
Yes.
That was the flush.
I didn't hear hand washing.
There's no flush. There's no running water.
Do you still have prestidigitation prepared?
I do.
That's how they wash their hands.
All right, on to the next room.
On to the next.
God.
Yay, toilet humor.
Potty mouth.
All right. So moving forward.
Yes.
Please.
All right. So
We want to move to the fart joke room.
Gotcha. Okay. So right in front of you, there's a door.
And I think
It's open.
kind of looking at things, we know that this goes back into the hallway that we came into when we left the room where the flaming skulls closed us in.
Yes. You're in this long hallway that connects to that front foyer area where
We got
the
trapped.
doors slam shut on you. You had the visions of the skulls coming after you.
Yeah, this is the first hallway we came in going this way, so
And
we've already
decided
been here.
what direction we wanted to go
Yeah.
in.
Once you go through this doorway and you're in this hallway, you see to your left a set of double doors, and directly in front of you another door. And then if you look down the hallway towards the south, you see a couple more doorways.
And we know one of those heads back up to the front foyer.
Correct.
So, Thurskill is just gonna keep going left. So as left
Yeah.
as he can. So he's gonna go through those double doors.
Roderick is going to want to stop him first. Should we check out the doors in his hallway first?
Please.
When we get to it, right now we have to go. We have to go to the left. That's what we're doing, right? We're just making a perimeter sweep.
I mean, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, that's what we're doing.
I think it's point if there's something spooky in this room, and
There's
we
something
need.
spooky in all the rooms.
But if we need to run out because it's so spooky, we can just run straight down this hallway, and we want to do that with a clear mind of spookiness.
And a clear line.
Yeah.
Nothing coming out of any of these other rooms.
I mean, you could say
By
that
the
about-
same logic, something could come out of this room and surprise us.
You know,
Yes, he is right, because there's a clear shot, so
Yes,
even if these
let's
two...
go.
I'd say we'll go with what he's saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so to the left.
All right, going left
To
through the
left,
double doors.
To the left.
Yes.
Checking for traps first.
Thurskill is gonna go first, and he's going to. Oh wait, you're gonna check for traps first.
Didn't find any.
All right.
Must not
Didn't
be
or
any.
couldn't.
Well, Thurskill is
Same
just
thing.
gonna go through
Those
the
two
door.
are not mutually exclusive.
He is not gonna see anything though, and then Dwarfy's right behind him, and he isn't gonna see anything either.
So you're in the room now.
Yeah, both me and Dwarfy.
You see a larger, darker room. It's very dusty and moldy. Looks like cots strewn all across the floor. To the left, once you come inside, you see these different. They look like cells, but they're more padded, and the doors are hanging askew.
Oh, so this is for like the insane people.
You're looking around the room, seeing the different utensils and things like that. They're strewn across the floor. You realize that this was more than likely the infirmary.
So not what I just said.
Yeah.
For the
Kind of,
physically
because
ill,
the
not
infirmary, so they would take the crazy people there and put them in the padded rooms. Mm-hmm. It's a hospital part of the operation.
So y'all mentioned that it looks like the infirmary, and Vivian wants to walk in. She's kind of interested in
yeah.
Do you
medical
guys-
stuff.
Do you guys think there's healing potions in here?
Oh, I hope so. And perception to look around for such things and detect magic while she goes. Perception wasn't worth anything. It was a 8.
Roger rolled a 19 perception.
But I did detect
Alright.
magic, sweep it around the room.
You see different things lying around the room with the different perception checks you've done, things that could be like medicine, like antitoxins, things like that. You also do see a few of the vials that are on cabinets and on the floor are radiating magic.
Oh, yay.
Here we go.
But just about the time you notice those, this withered, broken, skeletal, incorporeal figure just appears right in front of you and shrieks as loud as it can.
Oh my goodness.
I need everybody to make a will save.
Is this a haunt?
It is not a haunt.
So I have a question.
Natural
So Thurskill
20.
has a
Hold on.
-1 for his will save.
Mm-hmm.
If he rolls a natural 20, does it still count as an automatic success?
Yes.
Yep.
Awesome. Natural 20 for Thurskill.
Yay! What'd you roll, Mama?
I rolled a natural 20 also.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
All right.
Roger rolled a 16.
16.
I thought I was.
So that's a 22 with my.
The 20 is an automatic pass regardless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Dwarfy got a 9.
9. Okay.
24.
24.
I rolled a natural 18.
So everyone seems okay, but Dwarfy takes off running.
What does that sound like? Gary?
Holy shit!
Oh, good sound effects, Gary.
Doppler.
He will be running for 3 rounds.
Okay.
So we're doing this fight without Dwarfy.
At least it's the guy with the shortest run speed.
It's true.
This is true.
I just see him like, waddling down the hallway.
I had another campaign and I hit it was 6 rounds of running. I was gone.
She was back in
You were
town.
back home.
That was during our run through of the Crypt of the Everflame.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was out of there. She could run.
She booked it. Anyway, we are rolling for initiative.
Right.
Does Dwarfy still roll for initiative?
Yes.
I rolled a natural 20, so that's a 23.
Man. 2 natural 20s in a row?
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me roll that again. Oh,
That's fitting.
okay.
Fixed it.
Fixed it, yeah.
Did it come from one of the beds or beside one of the beds?
It literally just appeared right in front of you.
Well, that is so rude.
All right, so let's get those initiatives. Thurskill,
9.
9. Vivian,
18.
18. All right, Zenobia,
23.
23. Roderick,
16.
16. And Dwarfy,
7.
7. All right. And Zenobia goes first.
Pour the holy water over my flail, and I'm stepping forward and use the holy water enhanced flail.
All right. Roll that attack.
Do it.
That is a 14 plus 4, 18.
18 will hit.
Yes. Roll that damage. Plus the holy water damage. I'm so excited.
Yes.
It probably,
great.
because this
So-
is perfect because I bet the mace, or whatever it is,
Flail.
flail won't do any damage if it's incorporeal. So I'm so excited.
1d8 plus 2. All right. 3 points of damage.
That's
And
for the
add-
holy water?
And add the holy water.
That's on the flail, and then the holy water is
2d4.
2d4.
2d4. Wow.
2d4.
Yeah, we keep forgetting. It does some good damage.
At low levels, yeah.
Oh, I see a 3 on one of those.
There's a 3, and there is a 4. 7.
Oh my goodness.
3,
Wow.
7.
7 points.
Of holy
All
water
right.
damage.
So Zenobia takes the flail and swings at this incorporeal creature in front. The flail goes right through this creature in front of you, effectively doing no damage. But as it goes through, the holy water that was on there sizzles as it goes through and just burns it.
I just
the
see these
middle.
lines go
Yeah,
across. It's
yeah.
like the smoky, and then it she warps back into one being again.
Exactly.
Searing a path through it.
That is so.
Yes.
That's so cool. I'm so excited.
All right. So next up in the initiative is going to be Vivian.
Oh crap. Knowledge.
I can't
knowledge.
step back at this point. can I?
No. Knowledge check. Knowledge religion, not just any knowledge. Oh, natural 20.
Okay.
So that's 29.
29. This is a poltergeist.
Oh.
So this has the Frightener ability, which is what it popped up with. It is naturally invisible, so it can go invisible at any moment.
Uh-oh.
It also cannot physically touch you, but it has telekinesis,
So it can fling things?
so it can fling things at you from across the room.
Okay. Well, I hope it doesn't fling any of the potions. Don't get any ideas, Gary.
But yes, it is also with that, it is incorporeal, so your physical attacks will not do any damage. It will only take damage from magical attacks, and at that point will only take half damage, unless it's a channel.
And it is also affected by holy water.
Yes.
And does it take all the damage from holy water?
No. That it takes it as if it was a magical weapon.
Yeah, it's still a physical source.
Just asking.
Okay, fascinating. So she's like, oh, poltergeist. I've heard of these.
It's a creepy movie.
Vivian wasn't allowed to watch that.
You hear Dwarfy from down the hallway yell at, "Watch out for the clown doll."
All right, well, Vivian knows that channel's the only thing that's going to work against this creature, so that's what she does. Channel to harm undead.
Okay, so we'll get a save for that as well.
Noelle has a grin on her face.
No, I don't.
23 for the save.
Well, you take 3 points of damage because I rolled a 6.
Well, it takes all 3 of those.
Yeah,
So
take it. Anyway,
Alright.
I did roll full max damage on that channel, so that was cool.
awesome. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Roderick.
Alright, so Vivian already relayed all relevant information, so Roderick doesn't need to find anymore. So he's just going to move up and draw holy water.
Next up is the Poltergeist.
I don't want you to say that.
But that's what it is.
No, I meant I didn't want it to be its turn. Could you just skip its turn?
No.
Maybe it's tired?
No.
Oh, okay.
We caught it flat-footed. We scared it as much as it scared Dwarfy.
That's why it screamed.
Ah!
What are you doing here?
So the Poltergeist will float back a little bit. There we go.
About 5 feet.
A 5-foot float.
About 5 feet. It's going to float back, and it's going to fling a few of the objects around the room.
Gary did some very cool arms for that fling of like arms out and just wrists flinging forward.
Ooh, how many objects can it fling at once?
That's what I'm looking up right now.
Excellent question.
I can fling one object or one creature up to 75 pounds.
Oh, okay, they fling Dwarfy.
Well, he's not even in the
Dwarfy is
room.
not 75 pounds.
Dwarf hurling. We're getting in trouble there.
But it is going to fling an object at... Let's see.
Once again, you could probably hit everyone except
Vivian.
Vivian, who is well guarded.
All right.
Just like I like it.
So, I'm going to roll a nice d4 to see who this Poltergeist flings objects at.
That
And this is
D4
going to be
coming in handy.
this is going to be a nice rusty scalpel. That's going to come flying at you.
Ew.
So we've got
Roll a tetanus check.
1 will be Roderick, 2 will be Zenobia, 3 will be Dwarfy, and 4 will be Thurskull.
Yes. I don't know why I yes did that. I'm just excited.
Dwarfy's just getting beat up.
Oh no.
I'm all for it.
Dwarfy again.
That's why we hired him.
He should have gone to the bathroom before he left.
It's only an 11 to hit, though.
No, that's not going to hit. But it's a good thing it didn't hit because his parents were anti-vax. So he didn't get his tetanus shots.
Oh man.
That explains what's wrong with him, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Trying to get us in trouble.
With who?
I don't know, somebody.
Somebody. So it tries to fling a rusty scalpel at Dwarfy. It flies by his head as he's turning to bolt out the door.
Does it stick in the door?
It does stick in the door.
Right as he runs out.
It's basically, he's short enough that it goes right over his head. He gets a nice little buzz cut, a couple of hairs on top of his head.
Grazes him.
Right, but before he can run off, Thurskull, it is your turn.
Well, Thurskell's just going to draw and throw his holy water.
Nice.
So it's a 5, right? DC 5 to throw.
No.
Well, that's to hit, just to hit the square. If you're trying to aim for it specifically, then you have to roll to hit.
Well, and we talked about this previously in the show, but I don't know if Thorskill was paying attention.
Nope. Nope.
Okay, so he can still do this as a learning experience, but you can't break holy water on an incorporeal creature. That's why Roderick stepped up, because you have to cork it and splash it.
Splash it.
Yeah, because otherwise it'll just fly through him.
Oh.
So he may if you throw it at the wall behind him, he may still take the splash damage.
Or
But-
you could aim at the... I don't know how high he's floating.
So if he rolls well, Gary might say it flies through him and hits the wall, and
It
maybe
doesn't-
still takes splash
He
damage.
rolls a little below average. A natural 7 on the die.
So what's the total?
What do I have to add to it?
Dex and BAB.
So 7, 8, 9, and then Dex, 10, 11.
11, so that's not enough to hit the creature. So I'll say it goes just to the left of the Poltergeist, so it doesn't go through him, but it'll go just to the left, but it will take the 1 point of splash damage.
Nice.
Yay, splash damage.
It all helps.
I believe in splash damage.
Okay, so Thurskill takes it and he just pulls it out and flings it. It hits the wall, splashes the ghost for the 1 point of splash damage. Does Roderick say anything to him?
He will when it's his turn.
All right.
Alright, next up is Dwarfy. He's going to take off running.
Does he run straight out the front door?
Yeah, he'll just run away.
So when you're running, it's 4 times your normal movement speed.
Yes.
That is a full sprint. That's 4 times.
And dwarves are what's it called, slow and steady. They can only move 20 feet per round, but so now he can run, do the math.
80.
Thank you.
So he bolted 80 feet through the front door that we left open.
Basically went down that corridor that we were like, well, if anyone has to run down this corridor, we want to make sure it's safe.
Yeah, it's funny we were talking about that. But yeah,
It's like we
he's
played this game.
he's almost out the front door now. Not quite, but almost.
It'd be funny if he got locked in that front foyer again.
That-
The flamey skulls came out.
He just starts running in circles. Okay.
until he just passes out from exhaustion.
I gotta say, I'm really enjoying this session. I'm glad we're winning for once, except Dwarfy.
Don't jinx us.
Poor Dwarfy. Back to the top of the order is Zenobia.
Well, I'm going to quick draw another vial and pour it on my flail and hit it with my flail again.
Okay.
That's so cool.
Seems to be better than just trying to wing a...
Yeah.
I'd rather get more than splash damage if I can.
It's just so cool seeing your character doing exactly what she's designed to do and doing it well.
I'm really glad I picked this archetype. It was really useful. 13 plus 4, so 17.
17 will hit.
Right.
So that is...
You don't even have to worry about the flail damage.
I don't have to worry about the flail damage.
Just roll the holy water.
So that's the 2d4.
It still astonishes me how much that is worth.
2d4.
The holy water.
Max damage.
Oh my goodness.
8 points.
Yeah.
And with that, no, I guess it's halved. So now you know how many points it has left.
I was so excited and then let down.
Don't worry, I'm sure Roderick will hit.
All right, so with that, Zenobia does another very strong hit. This one kind of goes like from shoulder across. So it's instead of just swiping across, it's like down, so it goes through more of the body.
Kind of like when Roderick got almost killed by the scythe.
Almost that side. Yeah.
Basically the same kind of motion.
Yes.
And it sizzles all the way down. It leaves this nice streak of charred ectoplasm all the way down.
Gross, kind of dripping.
Can you imagine like the
Ew.
smell of burning slime?
And
I don't want
Zenobia is so excited. She is so thrilled. She's making victory noises as it happens. She's happy.
What do her victory noises sound like?
Kind of like orgasms.
Okay.
Oh.
All right,
You asked for that.
Never
you
asked
walked right
him
into
again.
that.
Kind of did, yeah.
I'm never asking again.
Mistakes were
She
made.
has no social life.
Okay, Gary, please, who's next?
Next up is Vivian.
Okay, I'm gonna
Good
channel.
for playing with your mom.
I'm gonna channel again. Save. Give me a save.
14.
Okay, so that's safe. So you take 2 points of damage.
2 points of more positive energy. As this radiant burst goes out from Vivian, you see even more of this sizzling ectoplasm.
Does it scream or shout or anything?
It doesn't really make sounds on its own other than that initial scream that it did. But it's almost as if, as this positive energy and the holy water burns it, it's almost like you can hear a scream being released from its body.
Like it's escaping? Not like it's saying a scream, but it's
almost like the scream of like a tea kettle boiling that
I was gonna say it's like
it's like it's building up this energy to be released.
or like a balloon being like, but like more horrifying.
Right.
Deflating. That was what I was looking for. So it is the fart.
I wasn't going to go there. I was going to.
Just didn't get that
Released
fast
gas.
enough.
It's released gas.
I was going to go more with released spiritual energy than gas.
It's the same thing.
I was gonna say we all know what happens to bodies after they die. So I mean,
Whose turn is it now?
Anyway, Roderick is up next.
you can see where I get it from.
So Roderick takes a look back at Thurska and is like, "You can't break the glass against its incorporeal form. Shut up, I'm helping. You have to splash at it like this." And so Roderick
Zenobia is in the corner rolling her eyes.
So Roderick takes a 5-foot step forward and pops the cork on his holy water and splashes it at the poltergeist. Natural 20.
Yes.
Nice.
To confirm, that is a 12.
12 confirms. Wait,
Nice.
let me double. Yep, that confirms.
Awesome. To
Good
the
job,
max.
Roderick.
So he gets it right in the face.
Can you do double damage with holy water?
Yeah.
Cool.
Anything with an attack roll.
Very cool.
Nice.
I see a 4.
I do too.
That's 2 4s. So that is 8.
Wow.
And another 2 d4s. And 6.
He's disintegrating the shit out of this
14.
poltergeist.
So he
So,
does 14
That
points
should
of damage
kill
to
him.
it.
Wow.
which essentially is 7 points of damage being done to it. It only had 2 points left. Not only does Roderick kill it, but this thing just sizzles and evaporates into just vapors.
So when you were doing that tea kettle metaphor, that's what I hear. I hear that when you hit it with the water, it started to steam exactly and just disappeared. Poof. And then Dwarfy is, I don't know where he is.
He's still running.
Yeah.
So he's still running for another 12 seconds.
So he probably gets it to about the front gate of the grounds.
Yeah.
We should go check on Dwarfy and make sure nothing snuck up on him out in the grounds.
He'll be fine.
We've already
let's work
cleared
this room.
We've already cleared that area. There's some stuff that's glowing. Let's get the treasure. I want the
Yes.
treasure.
Would that be like 12 seconds and Dwarfy
Yeah,
yells
because
for money?
he was running for 3 rounds, so he's already run for 6 seconds. Another 12 more seconds of him running, like he said, probably gets out to about the front gate. He'll realize, I'm not scared anymore, and turn around and go back. So he'll start making his way back towards you guys as you look around the room. So in the infirmary, you find 2 fully stocked healer's kits,
Oh, awesome.
3 vials of antitoxin,
Uh-oh.
2 vials of anti-plague,
Oh, no.
3 doses of blood block.
Wait, what?
Okay,
I'll
we'll ask
explain.
later.
I'll explain.
Yeah, okay.
3 doses of smelling salts, 2 vials of soothe syrup,
Yeah.
Like for cough, it's like Robitussin.
and the magical vials you were finding, you find 4 potions of cure light wounds.
Sweet.
Awesome.
We don't have to go to town tonight. We can spend the night here, you guys.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
I'm assuming you will be asking what is blood block.
That is what I was
what is
wondering.
blood
Are they like
block?
beta blockers?
Blood block is
It's a bandage. It's exactly what a bandage is.
it is a gooey pinkish substance that is used to treat wounds. If you pour it onto somebody that is affected by bleed, it staunches the bleeding as if you'd made a heal check.
You're right, it is Band-Aid.
Roderick, you need to carry this on you.
I imagine that stuff that they put on like your kids' feet when you get like bug bites, that pink stuff.
That's calamine lotion.
Yeah.
There's calamine lotion.
That's what I'm imagining.
This is more like, they used super glue like this in Vietnam. That they would just pour it in the wound because these, if it works like what I'm thinking, it doesn't matter if it's wet. You can put it in a wet surface and it'll still
stick.
Still clot.
And that's why they use super glue, because it would polymerize even when things were wet, and they'd fill guys' bellies with super glue and they could transport them.
Oh, that's horrifying.
They could get them to the hospital without them bleeding to
It's
death.
real life horror.
It's real life horror. But that's what I'm sort of
that what
picturing
it
as more of a
sounds like?
big foam thing that you'd put over the wound, and it wouldn't cure it, but it would stop you from.
Yeah, and staunch it.
It would staunch it. Yeah.
Fascinating.
It is fascinating.
I've even seen like newer uses of that, except it's these little like foam pellets that they put in the wound, and when it touches the blood, it expands.
Oh, that's neat.
to fill the wound. So you have all of your loot from the room.
Very cool.
Excellent.
There's nothing else in here. Eventually, Dwarfy comes sauntering back up, and he's like,
Vivian goes up and is fanning his face. Like,
"That was scary.
I didn't know you could move that fast.
I didn't either."
well, we took care of it, Dwarfy.
Ah, good.
It was very impressive.
Awesome.
Everyone did extremely well in helping.
Everyone did. Everyone.
Everyone.
I think effectually everyone did damage to it every round.
Oh, you know what I did? I totally did.
That's good. Sorry I missed it. I need a drink.
Well, I hope you brought one.
I did.
Oh, he certainly did.
Oh man, a beer after running sounds gross.
No.
Oh, man.
If it's really cold and really watery like a cheap beer, it's delicious.
And how is he
imagining his-
keeping it cold?
I'm imagining his is
Oh, that's
warm.
true. Yeah.
I'm imagining none of the beer is actually cold.
I'm imagining a warm Keystone.
They're dwarven ales. They stay frosty on their own.
Oh,
Unless they're the fire kind.
Yeah.
stay frosty, my friends. Oh no, that's not the phrase at all. Anyway,
But it's pretty close.
But anyway,
But it works.
let's continue down the hallway
so
that we didn't check.
through this room, you've got either you can go back through the double doors behind you that you came through into the infirmary, or up in the corner of this room there is
Oh.
another door.
There's another door.
Should we check the little crazy stalls?
I think we did.
I think we were already told what was in there.
There's nothing in there.
Oh,
So following Thurskill's
Never mind.
lead going to the left, we should go down to that little corner door.
All right, who's leading? Zenobia.
I'll go with Dwarfy.
so we're not going down the hallway. We're going to that little door that's in
we're
the
keeping-
infirmary.
Left.
Right. Okay, I'm sorry. You said this and I'm stupid. Got it. All right.
Let's put a number on it, then really confuse her.
Door open. That's funny.
Put door number 2.
All right.
This would be door number 19.
No. What?
This is door number 2 plus 17. Just go, Noel.
Oh,
So Thurskill and Dwarfy went in first last time. Who's going in first this time?
Zenobia and Dwarfy.
Dwarfy and Zenobia.
All right. So what happens?
they open the door.
You open the door.
Dwarfy opens the door.
Roderick asks if he can open the door with magic.
He asks or does he try to?
Do you mind if I open the door with magic again?
Be my guest. Knock yourself out.
Very well.
Works for me.
Probably will.
And so Roderick opens the door with open close.
All right. Roderick opens the door, and the door opens.
Wow.
Hey.
You're not in the room, so I can't really describe the room yet.
That was amazing, Roderick.
So Dwarfy walks
you're
in
so
first.
talented.
You are not impressed that I can open a door with a flick of my wrist.
I am. I'm saying that I'm impressed.
So Dwarfy walks in first, but he doesn't see anything.
You have this amazing ability to sound sarcastic when you're not.
He rolled a 2 on perception.
Oh yeah, he really doesn't see anything.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll describe what this room looks like as you all enter the room.
Zenobia has a 24 perception.
Also, the way this room's set up, I can't see all of it, but there's like 6 squares, 2 rows of 3, and we're just going to line up in that first little cubby. Perfect for some area of effect damage, in case you want to do that.
Perfect. So as you make your way into this room, you see this room is covered in ash and soot. So this entire eastern wall has completely crumbled and fallen, and you realize this is where, from the outside, you could see where the vines and the Zatabe were, and you see this very eerie but serene-looking view of that murky lake that was outside. If the water was a bit cleaner, it would almost be a beautiful view through this window, because you see the lake and you can see down the hilltop and see Raven Grow down below.
I don't know how to feel about that.
As you continue to look around the room, it's blackened with soot, as I said. Turning back into the southern corner of this room, you see an old furnace with these iron grates, and it looks almost as if the grating makes a skull face.
Is it like Home Alone?
Very much. Kind of like Home Alone meets Nightmare on Elm Street.
That's a big furnace.
That is, you know what? With the right music and a good editor, Home Alone could be Nightmare on Elm Street.
It really could. It could be a horror movie.
Yeah.
I'm imagining the do 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 do. Oh, you could totally make that creepy, no problem.
Just do that echo effect. Make it like the creepy girl chant style instead of the happy choral sound.
So looking at the map, the furnace section here, this is the same area where there was the same walled off area upstairs. So the area we couldn't get into upstairs was the furnace, but it was the second story of the furnace.
Oh.
Like the chimney part, one of the chimney parts?
Yeah.
Is that where the piper came out?
No, that was on the other side.
Okay, well then.
You went through the kitchen, there's that kitchen area, and then that whole completely
okay.
walled off area you can't get through.
Okay, that makes sense.
So is it conceivable that some of the heat for the kitchen came from the furnace below?
Yes.
There you go.
That's a well-designed prison.
It is.
Except for all the kitchen doors everywhere that don't work.
So before he...
It's my own joke and I'm laughing at it.
And snorting.
You're on fire today, Noel.
I'm just the best.
No, that was Harrowstone.
Oh.
All right, Gary just stole your thunder.
Oh,
so,
that was good.
Before he notices the skull grate, Roderick kind of just looks around and looks outside, and he's like, we have already seen this room from the outside. This is where we looked in from where we fought the Zatabe.
Oh, that makes sense.
Geography.
I'm
What a
not very good
concept.
at it.
So,
It's not one of my knowledges.
so is this a dead end? Should we leave?
As you say that, everybody give me another perception check.
14.
17.
Their skill's 18, Dwarfy is 19.
Vivian's also 14.
Dwarfy's 21 for unusual stonework.
Oh, is it unusual?
It is not. But Dwarfy, Thurskell, and Zenobia are the only ones to notice the smell of burning flesh in the room starting to rise up. And that face, that skull face in the furnace is illuminating, getting brighter and brighter and brighter. And we're rolling for initiative.
Oh, no.
Do you smell that, guys?
Is it hotter?
It definitely getting warmer. Thurskell,
18.
Dwarfy,
4.
wow. Vivian,
10.
Zenobia,
9.
and Roderick.
5.
Roderick, did you just hit puberty?
Hey, 5.
I was feeling really empathetic to Noel trying to cough, so I wasn't sure if I should talk, and then it just got all horrible.
I liked it.
I'm manly. I want to sound basic.
So we have our initiative. This furnace has ignited and it's getting brighter. There's fire in this furnace, and it almost looks like a tongue lashes out
Ew.
at Zenobia.
Of course.
It's so funny.
I need some, like, fire resistance.
Well, it's so funny because you're the obvious meat shield choice, but you resent it so much.
Also, this is very...
I'm not used to
wait.
it, you know.
I just saw... What's happened?
That would be a natural 20 against Zenobia.
Confirmed?
Let's see if it confirms. It's bad. Not a confirm.
You guys know if I die, you're all dead.
Oh, yeah.
That's a natural 5. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Guaranteed hits are as they do.
What?
Zenobia takes 15 points of fire
15
damage.
points of fire? Good lord.
And that was not a crit.
That, jeez.
Fine. Desna, that hurts.
Yeah, had that been a crit, it would have been 8d6.
Oh my goodness.
That would have
That
been
could be
permadeath.
permadeath. That could be permadeath, no problem. So, on a scale of dead to bloodied to totally fine.
Halfway.
All right, she's bloodied. Her whole full front half is well done. She has no eyebrows.
Feeling about crispy. A wee bit crispy.
No eyebrows anymore.
I'm going to need new armor. My shield is smoking.
Well, that happened.
Wow.
Thurskel,
Ouch.
you're up next as you've seen this fiery tongue just lash out and smack the crap out of Zenobia.
Okay, so Thurskel is torn. Well, I'm torn because I can see that it is a physical thing. It's a furnace. So I want to smack it with my hammer. But I also know that all of the monsters that we fought, that doesn't really work.
Okay,
So
Do you have knowledge religion?
I do have knowledge religion.
can roll that.
Or knowledge engineering? On the knowledge furnaces?
He doesn't know anything with knowledge religion,
Metallurgy.
but
He can always delay until someone smarter goes.
That's true, you could just
first
wait.
of all, that's rude.
I was talking to Thurskill, not Philip.
So what he's going to do, I mean, all that he really can do, he's going to draw holy water. He's learned that you can't throw it, so he's just going to draw it right now.
You can't
No,
throw it
you
against
can't throw
incorporeal
it
creatures.
against things that
You could
don't have
absolutely throw it in
substance.
this furnace. It was the
Can I?
incorporeal. Yeah, it was the incorporeal creature you could
Incorporeal
throw it
stuff.
at.
All right.
Incorporeal meaning it doesn't
Draw
have a body.
Draw and throw. Do I need I said DC 5, right?
Well, this thing probably has an AC because I don't know.
Okay, so
Throw it and Gary tells you what happens.
So the DC 5 is if you're just throwing at a square. If you're trying to hit a specific enemy, it's whatever their normal AC would be.
Okay.
That's what the confusion is.
Natural 1.
Philip.
Can we get a Philip roll?
Whap,
A Fip roll?
Natural 4.
Oh my goodness.
That's a crit fail.
That is
Crit fail.
a fail.
The good thing is that holy water isn't going to hurt any of you.
So what would that be? That's not. Is it a ranged attack?
I'm going to say that it's a ranged attack, but
So
instead of doing
Does it help me? Does the splash help me? Am I in the splash?
Well, you're not on fire.
Okay, so let me
hurt,
just
though.
read the ranged attack before you
No, it doesn't
rule
help
it.
okay,
This is snapped string. If attack was made with a bow or crossbow, the string breaks and requires 1d3 rounds to fix. It was my arm. What happens?
So you just missed.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bow, so that doesn't apply.
right. I was going to rule it as you roll a direction and it flies out of your hand in that direction as opposed to forward.
Okay, so it's is that a d6?
D8.
D8.
Now they do that.
D8, excuse me. All right, 1. So
So-
right in front of me?
Yeah, that's normally where one is right
Yeah.
where you're facing.
Yeah, so it basically drops at your feet.
Yes.
Man, thank goodness you weren't like swinging with your war axe.
True.
It wasn't
Something
throwing a
great
grenade
axe.
around.
Yeah.
Could have really hurt somebody.
All right, so I get my
Probably
shoes wet.
yourself
You do get your shoes wet.
with holy water.
By the way, I was looking back through my notes. I was trying to find something, and then I got from July 19th. Their skull rolled terribly. Guess what note I'm going to be adding in for today?
Once
Thurskill
again.
rolled terribly again. All right, so Thurskill goes, he rears back to throw the holy water. He holds on it too long and throws it at his own feet.
Smash.
Kersplash, and your feet are now wet.
Oh my goodness.
Vivian, you are up next.
Okay, so Vivian is going to roll a knowledge religion. Unless I don't think I have anything else useful to roll. Yeah, knowledge religion it is, just to give it a shot. 23.
Math.
23. Oh man.
Okay, so what was that again?
23.
23? Are you sure?
I am.
Are you positive?
14 plus 9.
Okay.
Yes, that is correct.
This is a haunt.
Okay.
You mean like everything else that we've ever encountered in this place?
With that roll, you would also know, since this is a fire haunt, this one is susceptible to cold damage.
See, the shackles were cold damage too, right? And nobody could do anything against them.
We
Yeah.
have no cold damage.
Roderick has cold spells, but Roderick knows that undead are often immune to cold, so he didn't prepare them.
Right.
It's like they knew that. They knew we'd have a Roderick in our group.
Yeah.
Jerks.
Tomorrow he'll have his cold spells.
And then we won't face
he
any
won't.
more haunts.
Why won't he?
Because we'll be dead.
Because he'll think that we already came across the only two things that were weak to cold, so...
Okay. So, oh, it's a haunt. It's a haunt. Roderick, do you have your haunt siphon?
yes.
Roderick's having a rough puberty in these 6 seconds. So Vivian is going to step up 5. actually, she's going to step up. So this is kind of an oddly shaped room because of the burned corner. And she was going to step up right where the wet spot where Thurskill had dropped his water is, but she realizes she doesn't actually think it's a good idea for us to all be in a group.
A line?
A line, as it were, or even a cone. So she wants to kind of wrap her way around. So she's now within 15 feet of the furnace, kind of away from everyone else. And she is going to cast Positive Pulse on the furnace. That's a will save. We were talking earlier, though, do haunts normally don't have will saves, or does this have a will save?
Yeah, I see nothing on the haunts page about saves.
All right.
Excellent.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. So this does. It's only the second time I've cast it. 1d6 points of damage plus 1 point for every 2 caster levels. So 1d6 plus 1.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Alrighty. 5 points of damage.
5
Oh, wow.
points of damage.
Nice.
All right.
I imagine she starts singing We Didn't Start the Fire.
I like it.
And the music echoes out of her, kind of Ariel's voice, and pushes back on the furnace.
Does this nice, like, glowing wave of energy goes toward the furnace, and as it hits the furnace, it's almost as if it creates these waves of the ash that's inside, almost like it's starting to douse it a little bit. But it is still ignited.
Very cool.
All right, next up is Zenobia.
Is the tongue still visible?
No, it is. It basically slapped you and then went back.
Retreated
back.
I'm going to draw and throw a vial of holy water
Okay.
at it, and then I'm going to take a step. I can study this round, yeah?
If you're quick drawing a vial, throwing.
I have that, but I have that as a...
Yeah, so you quick draw, which is a swift action.
Uh-huh.
Then you
Throwing
throw.
is a standard action, so yes, you have a move action to study.
But it means you can't move away.
You can 5-foot step.
So he might bitch slap you with his tongue again.
Okay, so then I'm not going to study. I'm just going to throw the holy water.
Okay.
7.
7. It's not going to be enough to hit it, but it will hit the space in front of it, so it'll get 1 point of splash damage.
Does that destroy
Better
it?
than nothing.
It does not destroy it.
I'm pretty sure that 1 point was super strong and it destroyed it.
There's a little bit of soot and fire on the ground, and it put that out.
Just took out a little ember.
Yeah.
And then, Zenobia, do you move back out of harm's way?
Yes, I make a step back.
All right.
So Zenobia is now in the back behind Thurskill and Roderick, and Gary is, I don't know when your turn is, but as far as potential targets, you got a couple. You got everyone except Zenobia this time.
That's what it looks like.
Don't help him.
I don't know how far your range is, though, and then I'll help you with that.
Well, first up is Roderick.
Alright, so Roderick's going to roll a knowledge religion as well with this +2 for haunts that he gained from the professor's library. And that's a natural 2.
I'm trying to one-up Vivian.
So that's a 13.
13.
I have one specific question. Am I within the area of the haunt?
Yes.
Okay, well then he's going to, as a move action, draw one of his haunt siphons, a 5-foot step forward.
I wanted to see one of these things work.
Yeah, I'm excited. This is the first time we've used a haunt siphon.
Yes.
Yeah. And then he's going to pop the haunt siphon, because this is the round the haunt manifest.
Oh, this is so cool. I hope. Don't fuck it up.
Pull up the rolls on this so I know what I'm doing.
Alright, that's a mixed roll. I have a 6 and a 1 and a 2. So 9 points of damage.
9. As you pop the lid on this siphon, you notice, similar to what Vivian did with the wind picking up and the ashes moving, except now it's almost as if it's closing in on the fire itself, and you see this red and orange energy transfer from the furnace into the vial.
Nice, it worked!
And the vial turns green.
Yes. I imagine it being like a little tornado. Oh, that's so cool. A little red.
And then Roderick pops the cork back on it.
And we will see you next week.
I'm so excited that it worked.
I have one. I forgot that I had it. Do you want mine? I'll give it to you. I don't need anything important.